Hey again, we discussed before how to send a request to play the game, and every person have a number of requests. What I want to do in this video, I want to listen to any request, upcoming request, accept it or reject it. So how we do that? I have to listen for node to read the data. If you see what the node is changing here and what the node is having is more stable now. So if I just click write Jenna and click request, you would see, hey, I'm sending to the same person now. Say, if I just calling Hussein, okay, you would see a request is going to Hussein. But what the node is affected, if you see, the node that is affected every time, it is this node request, because this node is changing. You don't know what is the value, but you know this node is affected. So if you listen to this node and you read the value coming, you could now who send you a request. So how I do that? It's really easy. Just we did the hard part. We now with the simple part. I define function. I name it incoming calls. Okay. This incoming calls will not say anything, but it will listen to any incoming call. How to listen? I have to listen my reference. That means the reference dot child was child. You know that I will listen to the users, to myself. Okay. How to listen myself? I say dot child, I get my email. So you know your email already will be getting from here when the application gets started. But this email you cannot say it, you cannot do this because the email have at. So he said I have in the login page I have to get rid from the at when I use the email. So it's better to use this method. Just copy it and add it here and call it whenever you have email having at. So to avoid any ads in your code. So I'm sending this email, so I'm getting only my email without ads. That's good. So continue. In myself, what I listen in myself, I listen to any request coming. If you see there's a node named request, so I would listen to any request in me. So just saying here, then I said dot. I want to listen on this node, so I say dot add value event listener. So I'm listening to value event. I say give it object and I give it 2 colon, then I give it my value listener 1, then just open a bracket, close it, just implement the code. This value listener take 2 methods. One of them if he able to read, and one of them or the data change, which is just override function. This function name it on data change. So you have 2 on data change and or cancellation. So just implement both of them. So you also implement override another function, name it on cancellation. So these 2 methods you need to implement them to work with. Just use 2 word override to work with on data listener. I don't know why he's still getting rid from this one. He say, hey, I don't know this one. So should it be a problem? Hey, if not null. If it's not null, read it. So yes, this is basically how we do. You say, hey, I have a node. So whenever the application started, whenever I started, whenever my activity started here, which is here, when I just get started, I read my email, go to incoming call, and start listening to this node. Why we have to create it? For that reason, we said, hey, in the login, we have to create that node. So if you see, we created that node. So I could listen to my node when I get started, even if I don't have any request. If I don't create the node and I don't have anything in that, I will enroll into error here, because here he don't know which node he to listen if it's not created. But the node now is created even if it don't have any data. Now I want to read the data. If you see the data here in the node is saving as a key value on the request. So just read it. So how to read it? It's just really easy process. You say, let me first try. Maybe I enroll into error. I say try catch. Okay, catch exception. If there is any exception happen. But if there is no exception, please read. I just value. I see TD. Why TD? Because the data will be as a table. You see this one, name it P0. Mostly they name it same this name, but in capital and small. So name it D, data snapshot. So that snapshot dot values or value, you change it as hash map. Okay, why hash map? Because we say it as a key value. We understand the key should be a string. Why the key should be a string? Because the key should be a string. If you come here, the key here is string, but the value may be any, maybe have node inside it node. This one key is string, the value could be any. This key is string and the value is string. So when I say any, that means there is many nodes inside it. Now I'm reading this one, so the key is string and the value should be any because too many things are there. So I say, hey, value and anything may be there. So I now have these two things, td. Also always I say, hey, add this one. I hate adding this word always if it's not null. So I say, hey, if td is not null, so just come here. What you have to do, first of all, you say value equal or val equal value is string. This is my initial value. That's good. Then you say for loop through all the element you have it. What say for the key in the td.keys. Why? Keys. Okay. Why? Because looking here, I have, if I get a request, I have number of keys or number of value. So I loop through these elements. So key, he get me key value. So I loop through keys, and through the keys I bring the value. So I say, hey, if no, don't if, you say just bring the value. How to bring the value? The value will be equal what you have in td depend on the key. Okay, whatever the key you have it, and I will change it to string. Why? Because I'm sure this value is string. Maybe if it's any, you have to change it to any. So I change it to string. I say, hey, this one has string. Then he give me error here. Why? Hopefully this is not error. Mark variable as mutable. Yes, you have to change it var, not val, because you cannot update someone as var. So yes, I have the user now. What I have to do? I get invitation. What I have to do? I say, okay, if I get invitation, I have to show the invitation here in the text field, which is this one. I have to show the invitation here to me. So this was the name of it, text email. Okay, you just go here, you say, okay, text email dot set text. I want to set the text, set text equal this value. I will take for now first invitation only, then I will a break. So I say, hey, a break. Take first invitation, a break. But before a break, I need to clean up. I don't want to keep any other invitation in this list. Just for now. Maybe in the future you want to keep them in wait, whatever, but I just want to delete all them. I just take last invitation or first invitation, I got it. So how to clean up the invitation? Did you remember here in the logins how we did initialize to our reference? Do it same thing. Just copy this code and do it in this line. Say, hey, I want to in my request in my email, which is my email. Now I have the email to represent my email for now. So make sure now you send it as my email. My email should be my email. On the request, you send it my value, should be value. You don't have to keep it anything, just give it a true, whatever. You are not interested in the value. So my email may be null, just this way. So a really easy process. You're saying, hey, if I get invitation, please show me the invitation in the UI, and I'm done. Now if I see the invitation in my screen, in the my application here, I have to click accept. How to do accept? The accept process is the opposite of the request process. You remember we did request in this way. So how we do the accept? The accept is the opposite one. If I just get I'm a user, I get I want to accept the data, the something coming inside the email. So what I will do opposite. I will add my email. I will go to that email that is send me a request, and I will add my email inside it. So the user email that who send me a request, I will add my email inside it as a value. So you just do the opposite. Like someone ask me a request, he send a request to me. When I reply to him, I add his email and say, hey, I accept your request. But do you know what? I think we have a mistake. If I'm sending my request, I will show him my email as a value that's shown to him. But here I'm getting the request as only username. He doesn't input his email. So when someone go to the UI, he just input the email. He will not input the username. So okay, getting his email alone. Let me suppose we sending by email. He said complete email. So if I send to complete email, I have to make sure I'm removing the at like this one. So make sure here I just take off the at from this email. Okay, and also make sure when I accept, also I just remove the at from the email. So now we are just being standard, sending with at, remove it, receive with at, remove it. So now I think everything cool. Just rerun it on the both device and let me see. Okay. Here we go, just starting without anything. So now I want to send to Hussein request. I have to make sure I'm writing Hussein, make sure I write a complete email. How the email for him? Let me gmail.com, whatever. So send a request. He see Hussein get a request and he will remove it and he say, hey, I get request from Jana. See, he does directly see the things. So now when he accept, directory he says, see, he just Jana also get email of Hussein updated. So now both of them have email each other. So now they could start playing the game. Let's go to next.